Spirit, help us get clear, concise messages here, please, for the collective. Clear, concise messages. Thank you so much, Spirit. Good evening on God. Good evening, user 1432. Ngiyaphila kunjani umuntu omdala? Ngiyaphila. Thokozani bantu abadala. I hope that you're well. Ngiyaphila on God. Ngiyaphila wena njani umuntu omdala? Thokoza nobe. Thokoza umuntu omdala. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. This evening we'll be doing 3 collective readings. I'll be looking into 3 different groups. The first group will be for singles, collective reading for singles. I'll do a collective reading as well for those in relationships that are estranged relationships. There's confusion, you're not too sure what's happening, whether you're coming or going, but the relationship is on the rocks. Good evening, Madame and Bijou. Togo's on God. And the last reading will be for married couples that are also facing trouble in paradise. Alright. Togoza Queen D. Hello to Sunflower. I'm well. How are you? Togoza Mankwati. Togoza Tubonzo. Ekawelami. Thank you so much, Nobe. On God, you know exactly why it's dry. You know exactly why it's dry. And we'll tap into that and see for the collective. I suspect for the week ahead, it's still going to be dry. I was detecting there could be some new suitors for some of you. Not all of you, some of you. Alright, I'm going to tap into the Keeper deck. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Absolutely, Nobe. Absolutely. I'm well, Kawelami. How are you, Mdomdala? I'm well. 2 more shuffles here in the Keeper deck. Clear, concise messages here, please, for the singles here. Please, Spirit. Singles collective. What they need to know, what they should look forward to during this week here, what's going on. There seems to be some financial constraints that the collective is facing, especially the singles collective during this period in time. Ziyabuya. As we it would seem that your finances are getting the better of you. I'm seeing some of you have got some overdue dates here. I'm seeing red notice slips, final due dates here. We'll see where Spirit is going with this energy here. Clear, concise messages, but it is part of your journey here. So if you're wondering, Gogo, is it normal? Is it me? No, it's not you here, collective. This is part of your journey, all right? What's happening here is happening for a reason. For some of you, Spirit is asking you to release things. For some of you here, it's about an endurance process here. 2 more shuffles, please, Spirit. I'm going to get 2 more cards here. This is for the singles. Absolutely, Doreen. Absolutely. Alright, what else for the singles? Yes, absolutely. As I was saying here, Spirit wants you to put an end to a particular situation here. Things that no longer serve you for your highest and greatest good, things that are not in alignment with you and this new timeline that's coming towards you here. There is going to be an end here to this poverty as well here. Alright, and as I was saying here for the singles, your divine masculine here is on the way. Once you're able to close this particular cycle here behind here, I'm hearing here from Spirit. So, yeah, passes. Two more shuffles here for the collective. What do they need to know for the highest and greatest good, especially for the week ahead? Yeah, some of you are making these timeline jumps this week. I do see that main male coming into the collective's energy. Yep. And this will be somebody here that you'll be getting married to here. Towards the Tumbali. The bottom of the deck here is judication here. Alright, and this is a very predominant energetic conference that I do feel here for the collective. Towards to happiness. Towards to Toby. Welcome to the live. For those who've just joined us and wondering what segment I'm on, I'm doing a collective reading here for the collective, and I'll be looking at 3 groups. I'm starting with the singles at the present moment. You've got nobody in your life, it's been dry, and you've been single for at least 3 months. I'll be looking also at Togoza's Pam, and Tando, and Malope, and Dr. Mode. And I'll be looking as well at those who are in a relationship at the present moment and that relationship is on the rocks or there's trouble in paradise. And the last group will be those that are married as well. Also the relationships that are on the rocks. If your relationship is not on the rocks, this is not going to be your reading. If you're not single, these readings are not going to be for you here. So right now, this is the energetic confluence here of the singles here in the collective. You guys are ready to go. You guys are telling me you're ready to go somewhere. There's something that you're waiting for, and there's still some limitations and blocks here that you don't have any understanding here in your current energetic confluence here. And Spirit is really showing me this coffin card here, and Spirit is saying here the collective is well aware of all the people, places and things that they should be distancing themselves with, cutting ties with. Even habits here are being pointed out, some vices here that need to be let go here. Emakosini malope kineilwe raundi entando. Welcome to the live. So some of your blockages here, collective, you've been asking, Goka, what could be the possible blockages of me jumping into the new timeline, attracting this new person? As we saw, the male is in the energetic confluence of the divine feminine here. You've been calling in this person, and this person is coming in quick here. All right, and you are in this isolation period here as a preparation here for this particular person to come into your life. Tawoza Mahlobose, as well as Willowdean. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Now, Spirit is promising here. Once again, I do remember there was this thing that was said in a previous reading that once the collective is able to really accept this transformation, I'm hearing trade your old life for this new life, then this new person comes into your life here. But we're still here at adjudication here with the collective still, some of you still having to have a decision here, whether you want to close the past cycles or you want to repeat the past cycles. Now, here comes the nitty-gritties here, where the collective also needs to put, I'm hearing we need you to have some skin in the game here. Your guides have been coming towards you here, collective, and whispering to you very softly to saying, either go to the mountains, go to a water body, do some cleansings, get your energetic confluence in an energetic state that is open and receptive for all these good blessings that need to come towards you. A lot of you still need to do a lot of cord cutting ceremonies. A lot of you still need to improve on your boundaries that you've put in place here for your past people here that you were dealing with. And Spirit is highlighting that here is that you need to trade that old life for the new life. It's difficult here because overall confluence of the collective here, Thokoza Petty, is that, you're saying here, Gogo, I'm happy to make a decision with this new person or new life here, but the thing is that I've got limited information. I don't know what's on the other side. We keep hearing you, Gogo, saying, cut the old out and focus on the new. And asimboni nalo new lo kuthulekile. To Desi Des 1 for a private reading, please send me a direct message and I'll definitely respond to you with the tiers that are available. Thokoza Mdumdala. Where was I? You have to cut ties with all these energetic confluences of the past, and this includes, unfortunately here, collective, in and above what your guides have been telling you to do, salt bath cleansings, cord cutting ceremonies here, distancing, putting boundaries up here for old people here and people that no longer serve your highest and greatest good. For some of you, it's family here. All right, and that's very difficult here on the collective to even fathom a reality that does not have some of your family members here, but they're not here for your highest and greatest good, and some of those things are the things that are still holding you back in this old timeline. So this new dispensation of abundance cannot come in until you've let go here. All right. Oh, on God, and they're blocked everywhere. Toggles are on God. To blessing. I am doing a reading here. All right. And this is a collective reading for all my singles. I'll be going into those that are in a relationship and it's rocky. And the last reading will be for those that are in a marriage. All right. To Demi. Demi will have to do a masterclass on that and demonstrate the different types of cord cutting ceremonies. The easiest one is to take 2 candles, put a cord in between, burn both ends, burn the top, both candles, all right, with the intention that as this wick burns down, it's going to touch the cords and then create, a separation there, severing there through fire. All right, but your intentions are also very much important there. All right, because you don't just set the candles alight and just wish it happens. No, your intentions need to be very clear. What are you cutting within this cord cutting ceremony? You're not cutting the whole experience, you're cutting only the negatives there, because it could affect you later on in your timelines. Nonetheless, overall, what I'm feeling here for the collective, for some of you, truly so, you guys have done all of this that I've said here. You're saying here, Coco, you've been singing the same song since last year, October, if I'm not mistaken. Forget the past people, cut cords, distance yourself, create boundaries, keep yourself safe. There's nothing in the past here. This is for your ultimate transformation to your highest and greatest good timeline here. And you've done that. And Spirit is saying here, you're just in the waiting period now. All right, so well done. You would have received some signs and synchronicities that you're going into the new timeline. For some of you, you've been seeing butterflies, you've been seeing praying mantises, you've been seeing moths, you've been seeing bees, you've been seeing even birds coming into your houses here, And Spirit is saying that's also almost confirmation here that you're definitely here going into the new timeline here. There's definitely some form of spiritual interaction. For some of you, I'm also seeing here flickering lights that could be significant to you here. That's also a message here from your guides. Let's tap into the tarot here. Interesting there. Just reading that Kipper, then getting so much of information here for the collective. Thokoza there to Virgo. Thokoza yo soil. Butterflies everywhere for me. All right, we seem to be ready for the read here. All right, let's see what's happening here for my singles. This is for my singles here in the collective. What to look forward to in the week ahead. Focusing heavily on the aspects of love. Yeah, you're committed here on this journey. Overall energy here is the Six of Swords, which is a beautiful energy here. It says here that you've been on this lone mission here. Togoza Nelisiwe. Alright. Togoza 999. Togoza Mdomdala. You're going on to the new timeline here, Stan. We're going on to the new timeline. Togoza Virgo. Yes, somebody. Love. It's always love, my angel. Always love. Togoza Mia. I want umbali ufuna sikhulume ngani ngama-cowboy. Nonetheless, I love this energetic confluence overall here of the collective. This is you being on your own here. Most of you are in this isolation period where you guys are single and you're looking for a place to call home. Right, you're looking towards your intuition, towards your guides, towards your environment and the stimulus here to make sure that where you're going is being spiritually guided and led, because you've come to the conclusion here, which, you know what, you've been on this mission for some time here, and you know it seems as if there's something that you're doing wrong here. You know, there's almost a deep dive here. Togoza here to seasonal flowers. There's almost like a deep dive here within your energetic confluence here, where you're raising your vibration here with the guidance here of your guides here. I see your angels being here. I even also see here this is part of your life's destiny here. You know, this is almost source God here being here, nesandla sakhe, saying here, you know what, Danam, it's time for you to usher you into a new era here. You know, at a distance there is a wish come true. All right, that is almost parallel to you. If you look at this boat here, where's my pen? There's a bit of a house there with a star there on top. You know, it's almost like you're being collaborated. You know, for some of your people that you will be getting married to, if they've done the work, would be your past people here. So Spirit hasn't completely ruled that one out, but it'll be like for a very small percentage, like 1 or 2%, right? The majority of the collective here that are single, you guys are going to be getting somebody new and somebody that is a wish come true. This person seems to be a bit of a distance from you at the present moment in time. I don't see any interaction, and I don't see any interaction this week per se for the greater majority, but for 1 or 2 of you there could be some interaction this week. All right. My course. Now, the biggest problem here that the collective have, you're saying to me, Gogo, we've had a raw deal over and over and over and over. What can I trust? Can I open my heart up? Is it safe to love here? And Spirit is simply answering and saying here, you're going to have to use your intuition. All right? Because with everything that is happening here, Bandavadala, you will be tested. Your intuition still needs to be intact here. There is this energetic confluence of the collective saying here, Gogo, you know, I think at this present moment in time, love will only find me when pigs fly in the middle of July. And that's why we have this little piglet here flying over love here. And Spirit is having a chuckle here with regards to this thinking here of the collective Uguti. For some of you, you've really given up on love at this present moment in time, and you've just, you know, you've almost said to yourself, you know what, it's time for me to focus on my money. I'm also hearing some of you saying, Sizoyala sibizwa khona, my pet is resonating here. Soyala sibizwa khona, you know, I'm a peace job here and there, will resort to sleek killings, but at the same time, your energetic confluence cannot allow you to go back to that old life. There's something about it, you know, you can think about it, you can entertain it. At the same time, you're looking here for something stable. You're looking for somebody here that's not going to confuse you, that's not going to give you mixed signals here. You're looking for somebody here that's going to come into your life, akuthande wedwa. Okay, Togoza Nelisiwe, Togoza Love Sparkle. Oh, Togoza Maido. Yeah, it's a good time to focus on money. Togoza Seasonal Flowers. Andiswa agrees. Ati ewe. Right, let's see here what was happening in the recent past here for the collective. You know what, collective, you guys were plagued, majority of you, with third-party situations here. People that left you all up in your head, confused what's happening here, whether you guys are an item or not an item, whether this is going to work or this is not going to work. I see some of you were aware that there was a third party here, but you were told that this third party is no longer in the picture, only to discover a little bit later that nothing happened. This third party was always here. Further to that, for some of you, you're also saying here to me, Gogo, not only did this person have a third party, I'm almost seeing somebody who's married here, and you're now the third party in this relationship. Then they added a fourth person here in the situationship layer, need 3 here. So you're well within your right. As I said earlier here, this is your energetic confluence here, singles, 8 of swords as well as the 2 of swords here, where you're feeling all up in your head. You didn't have enough information to make decisions. Even in these previous relationships here, for you to end them, it took you some time here, because I see here some smoke and mirrors. These people gaslighted you. These people manipulated you here. These people came in and out of your life as and when they pleased. I see them explaining themselves. I see you questioning your own intuition. I see you almost talking here in the recent past saying, you should have left this party a long time ago. Your place on this table was eliminated. Guagdala. All right, now what's happening? What's being manifested above? What's happening in the 3D? What's being manifested here for the collective is the world here. You want a completion of these cycles here. You want to step into the new world. You want to leave what's behind in the past. For some of you, again, I do see 1 or 2 of you here saying to me, thina sikaqedi laphana, thina sisabuyele emuva, kusakhona esikushiyile laphana emuva esisafuna ukuthi sikuqedelele. Until then, we're going to move forward. Okay, that's up to you. Currently here in the 3D, what's happening here to the singles, your spiritual abilities here, collective, are heightening at this present moment in time. And you may say to me, Gogo, actually I've been feeling the inverse instead. Or you've been feeling blockages, or you've been feeling mental fogs, or feeling hesitant, or lazy, or drawn down, or tired and exhausted, just an energy drain out of nowhere here. This is because of what is happening here in the background here. All right. So a lot of spiritual upgrades are happening here. A lot of remembering is happening here. A lot of corrections within the timeline is happening here. And I also hear that for the majority of you here, there was a bit of a disappointment here in the recent past. This could have been as far back as a year ago, where you applied for a job. You were the best person for the job there, but you were not chosen for the job. It left you feeling some kind of way because you qualified for this particular job. Everything had went through, and then it's almost as if it was taken away from you. Spirit is saying that was because there's something bigger and better here. There was going to be a change in the trajectory of your spiritual journey that you now have in front of you here. So anticipate some good news. If you've got anything like that in your energetic confluence, anticipate some good news. Spirit's advice here for the singles: rely deeply on your intuition during this period in time. All right, take your time to get to know the new people that will be coming into your life, because your intuition will need to be, on the table here. All right, not everything that glitters is gold, and it doesn't mean that you've stepped into the new timeline that you can't have any past temptations here. All right, it's just having an inner knowing that they no longer have power over your life or over you, as a matter of fact. All right, and whatever these past people come towards you here, they will not have any further energetic impact on your generation or your lineage here moving forward. Now, what are the external influences here for the singles? A 9 of Swords here. Yeah, it's getting from better to worse. All right. You guys still have a lot of healing to do here. For some of you, you're still struggling to sleep at night. For some of you, you're still having flashbacks of this heartache that this past person has created in your energetic conference. You guys have tried to heal. I do see efforts here of you trying to heal. You know, for some of you here, you continue almost entertaining this thought here, and there's this almost repeating thought here of you fighting or repeating this fight, or wanting to win here, wanting to have some form of victory or closure here that is almost preventing you from moving forward here with this Nine of Swords here. You're in your head, you want this to end here, but there's also a part of you that's holding on to this and not truly releasing it. Hopes and fears. Well, you're hoping here, Togoza there to Martha Max. You're hoping here that you're going to have a new start. You know, you believe truly and deeply within your heart here that you don't deserve these past relationships, you don't deserve these karmic encounters. You truly believe that you're a good person here. You believe that, you know, you've given a lot, you've been an empath, you've been healing people, you've been making provision. If anything, you've been making yourself a doormat more than you should have. You've been tolerating things that you shouldn't have been tolerating. You've been turning a blind eye. You've been trying to make this home, you know, this house a home here. You were trying to make it, you know, homey and find your place here. But overall, you do want your happiness, and you're fearing here that you may not find this happiness because for a large majority of my singles here, you guys are truly, truly losing a lot of faith in love to the point where you don't really even believe in love anymore. I'm almost hearing you guys saying that love is a scam, and you know, maybe it's not for you. For most of you, you're thinking maybe it's not for you, and you truly know that, you know, these relationships really fuel you. They put you in this energetic confluence of feeling happy. They almost elevate your vibration on another level. As you guys are single at this present moment in time, you can absolutely feel the void. You can feel the strain. You can feel like there's some wind that has been sapped under your sails here. You know, there's this empty void here. There's something crying to you here, saying that it needs to be filled or it needs to be fulfilled. Okay, what will be the final outcome this week here for the singles? Ooh, I did see this. So for some of you, we did see the main male make an appearance. For some of you here, collective, for some of you, those that have done the work, those that are ready to get into a new relationship, those that have been manifesting a new person here, I see a new person coming towards you here. This is the Ace of Cups, all right? Strong Leo energy and strong water energy here coming towards you here. Pisces, Scorpio, as well as is it Cancer coming towards here, the collective. Those are the strong energetic confluences here. Whoever's coming towards you here, collective, is somebody who's truly intuitive, somebody that's going to ignite your excitement once again. I do see this person does have children. If they don't have children, they will want to have children here. This is somebody here who's feeling quite broody. Lots of fertility energy here between the two of you. I see things, you know, almost working themselves out here between the two of you. But Spirit is giving me caution here to say here for the collective of the singles, do work on these past traumas so that you don't bleed on this new person that is coming to you here in the near future. All right, that was for my singles. All right, how are we looking for time? We're looking good for time. All right, let's move on now to those who are in a relationship and there's trouble in paradise. Those who are in a relationship and there's trouble in paradise. Hey, Zamo, there's a lot there. To Velaro labels. I'm not taking any questions. I'm doing collective readings here for the collective. I'm now moving into the segment of those that are in a relationship. All right, but you are in a bit of rocky water between you and your person. All right, so let's see what's coming up for you this week ahead. I'm a tarot reader, Valaro. Togoza Mdenda. Togoza to Xavier's Mara. First card out here. Too busy winning. I wonder who's too busy winning here. It's giving the energetic confluence here that somebody's competing for attention from their lover or the divine counterpart here. And I'm also automatically seeing here almost an imbalance in the scales. There's one of you here that seems to be a little bit well off or in a position of power. And one of you here is unfortunately the one that has to submit to the one that's in the position of power. I'm hearing is stringing you along. Okay, Togoza the Gracious, Theo the Gracious. Moves in silence. Every time I see the moves in silence card here, this is somebody that usually has the energetic confluence of somebody here who is cheating. You're never able to see their phone. The phone is always on silent. These are the pilots here. Always on silent mode. Doesn't always tell you what they're doing with their movements. Very, 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 very secretive. Okay. Another thing that you don't know is that your light irritates their demons here. Alright. And here we go again. Bad karma. Bad karma is surrounding this energetic confluence. Seasonal flowers, very shaggy. What two pilots here, right? Bad energy all around. It's giving codependency here. For most of you, I'm hearing you may be saying, Gogo, I really want to be out of here, but there's something that is just holding me here, still here. Togoza team. I get a lot of that energy here. The divine feminine is quite aware of the situation here, is what I'm hearing. You want to get out of here. You've had enough. Okay. Alright, Togoza seasonal flowers. Funny, I feel this person is busy acting too busy for the collective, moving in silence. Let's see what the tarot has. Alright, thank you so much everybody for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Spirit clear, concise messages here. Hey, my pet, lost in the air. Togo is a sovereign podcast. Yes, we are. Togo is a seasonal flowers. We are bees, exactly. Togo is a Amy. Right, let's see here. I'm doing a reading now for those that are in a relationship. Things are a little bit rocky. You guys want to find out what will be the outcome this week. What is happening here in your energy? Togoza there to no Emma Kosini as well as QD. Alright. Oh, okay. With the Three of Cups, I got, firstly, there's going to be something for those that are in a relationship that's rocky, that you're going to receive, that you're going to want to celebrate. Towards the two tools. And I feel that you'll be very excited whatever news this is coming towards you. It seems like it's something that you've been waiting for some time here. Could it be pertaining to a relationship? I do see it could be for something that's pertaining to a relationship. Togoza there to Moira. Yay. 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 For some of you, I do see here, this could be something as small as a package that you've been waiting for being shipped abroad. But whatever it is here, it's something new. For some of you, it's a new toy, it's a new cell phone, but there's something new here that makes you very happy. Okay, there'll be news to celebrate at least here. And if you guys are separated during this period, I also see a possibility of reconciliation this very week. All right. Ooh, well, that explains it. For some of you, there's been a breakup here. All right, and you guys are not talking to each other. I see a lot of silent treatment. I see two people matching each other's energy. It's giving the energetic confluence of ole and you know, it's two egos. I'm seeing two battle of the egos here, and nobody is trying to almost remedy the situation. Togozati. Okay, what else are we seeing here? Lots of frustration between the two of you, lots of unresolved issues here. Togozati Bertha. I do see you guys doing a lot of resting, taking time to yourself, being very selfish here at this present moment in time. Togoza Queen D. And you're collecting your thoughts, you're bringing yourself towards yourself. For some of you, you're saying here, Coco, it resorted to me having to spy on this person here to find out the actual truth. Togoza Angie. Yeah, you guys had to truly spy on this particular person here to find out the actual truth. I see you coming out of your character here and feeling something is off, feeling that your intuition is not letting you off the hook. You were just like, you know what, Coco, bekungasavumi manje lo muntu bese kangenza islima ngale ndlela yokuthi bese kufuna ukuthi ngisukume ke manje. So we see you here usukuma ke mntu mdala stocking ngale ndlela okwazi ukustocka ngayo, putting the tabs as you're able to put in the tabs. But I see you almost being shocked by what you're seeing here. All right, for some of you, you were tapped into your intuition and bonanga lotto. All right, that could be for a good 60 to 70%, but for about a 40 to 30% of the collective here that are in this particular relationship here, I see you here witnessing this particular person almost cheating on you, or you know, there's something here that makes you very, 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 very suspicious. Towards the to lead there. Overall energy here with the Four of Cups, you're not interested here. You know that this person here wants to come towards you here and request this reconciliation from you. But I see here, this is you here, divine mass, divine feminine here. You're not having it. You know, you're also heartful. You're at the point where you're at your wit's end. You're saying here, it's always the same thing. It's always the same person. You always feel like this with this particular person. You're always fighting here. There's never peace in this house. There's always things being thrown around. There's always accusations here. This particular person is not serious about you. They're coming across as very immature. They're coming across as somebody here. Yo, they drain you. Hey, they drain you. I'm feeling drained. All right, and what you want to do, you just want to move away from here. All right, and it's a difficult thing for you to do, and I see you almost looking back here. You know, there's silence between the two of you, but there's also very good memories here. Overall, I do see you manifesting in the 5D here the strength to walk away from this particular person here. You're saying to me here, Coco, you know, it's very difficult here. As I said, you know, there is an ending here. This tower here hasn't completely collapsed here. There's still half of it that is left here, and you guys keep looking back at this tower to seeing what else can be saved here. Is this worth saving here? You know, you've chosen yourself. I must say here, collective, you've chosen yourself. If you're in this Four of Cups energy here, you're closed off. Togoza avutswa. Hey, my pet, that's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. I could understand why you're feeling this way. Yeah, for some of you, you're also in this energetic confluence of not wanting to even come back home because you know with lo muntu lo ukhona kumele uyakudinga. You know, it's a challenge to come back home. It's a challenge to leave home uye emsebenzini. It's a challenge yes to manje masekufuna ukubuye futhi. Khoneka umuntu wakamdimo okumele endlini phela. All right. What's Spirit's advice here? Yeah, close it off here. Close it off. Surrender to the divine here. You've tried everything. I see you here. You've tried everything. All right. For some of you, you're saying, go. We've done the counseling. We've done therapy. Some of you did even the wild things that they wanted you to do. Aksizanga. You know, it's like a losing battle here. You're looking at this particular situation, you're saying, you know what, this could have been such an explosive situation, so much potential that was here, because you love this person. There's a lot of potential that you see in this person. You see a lot of compatibility between you and this particular person. But for whatever reason, this particular person does not have the same energetic confluence towards you. This person comes across either as younger than you or very immature. And this is somebody here who still wants to have their freedom. And this is why they're not committal to you. All right. External influences here. The Nine of Wands. This person is trying to also impress a lot of people all at the same time. This is somebody here that doesn't have a backbone. This is somebody here who does not trust in who they are. This is somebody who's got a lot of traumas that still need to be healed. This is somebody here who never almost had a voice in the family here. This is somebody that never received any attention. So they've got a bit of a distorted image towards themselves as to how they're received into the world here. I see somebody here of the energetic confluence who even the slightest bit of attention gets them going here, you know. Hey, Togoza Quinty, I am changing your kafula shaman kafuli pikir. And I'm not looking back. But yeah, it's a them thing. It's got nothing to do with you here, collective. You know, this is somebody here, strong fire sign. You could have been dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, this particular person here is coming across as somebody that's still trying to find themselves. This is somebody here that you can compliment and tell them that, hey, baby, you know, you look beautiful today. They won't believe you. You may tell them that they dressed well. They won't believe you. They'll still find something. There's somebody, they're like their own worst self-critic here. They don't believe that any good thing comes to them. And whenever good things come to them, they come in terms of a visit here. They don't stay too long. So they are predominantly suffering from a long-term trauma here, where it seems whoever they have a child with, for most of you, this is somebody that they had a child with, traumatized this person here, where they left them in the lurch here. All right, so they're deeply in love with the past person here, and they're seeing or experiencing the same impact of gravity between the two of you, and it's making them very unsettled. It gives them the energetic confidence that they may not survive another heartache, especially coming from you. They still value this place of singleness or playing the games here as a safe place to be. What are your hopes and fears between the two of you here? Yeah, you both are afraid to end it to some degree. To some degree, you're both afraid to end it because there's still a lot of love here. There's this glimmer of hope of, you know, there's this glimmer of hope that's presenting itself like, you know, have we done everything that we possibly can do to try save this relationship? And I get the general energetic confidence from the collective is absolutely you've done everything that you can do. You're both thinking the same thing, that this needs to come to an end. But then the biggest question here is, but why do you guys still have such strong feelings towards each other? Right, and that's because this is a soulmate here, Bantawadala, and this is a karmic relationship, and this is somebody here that is in your life to teach you a lesson, or they're here for a particular reason, or they're here for a season. Right, so it has to be challenging for you to release this particular person, because you can look at this as a spiritual test here. Are you able to choose yourself when somebody has shown you the true colors here? Right, because this person has shown you the true colors. You don't get to the 10 of Wands, to the 8 of Cups, to the 4 of Cups, to the Tower, to the World, without having been shown flames. And I'm hearing experiencing a flamethrower at full throttle here. You feel singed by this particular person here. You know, your energetic conference here is you've got no faith in them, all right? As they also may not have as much faith in you that you are going to choose them here. What's the final outcome between you and the single this weekend? Nothing is going to change. I don't see either of you coming towards each other. I see you both waiting for the other one to break silence, all right, or no contact, all right. And it's going to be a long wait, because as I was saying here, I see two people matching energy. And overall, I do see this relationship almost having a natural end on its own. You may just be quiet to the point where too much time has gone by between the two of you that you almost declare it as an ending here. That's what I see here for some of you, because for some of you, the pride and ego that you guys have on you guys, hey, yeah, y'all are on some, yeah. I deserve no deserve closure lo. I deserve no reason. Yazi go right la khona. Akahlale naye. And that's all they're getting here. That's all they're getting here. For some of you, you may be relocating and moving a little bit further from this particular person here. And yeah, you know what, guys? Yeah, it's looking like nothing is happening this week. You guys are waiting. But I must say here, your energetic conference is already working away from this relationship. It's basically the writing is on the wall. It's just for somebody here to make it official here. And if you ask me, in my professional opinion, this is as over as a relationship gets. This is over. All right. Let's tap in now into the married couples here. What's happening here for the married couples? What can they anticipate this week in love? To my married couples here. Hey, Ansashik. Hey, I want. I want, guys. All right. Moving on to my married couples. Oops. Wait, go box. Who's upside down? Okay, there we go. Spirit, help us get clear, concise messages. Nelly Sue says, I'm praying for my ships to come to relocate. Yeah, I did see relocation energy there. Whispering. Nobody's whispering here in Dumdal. I'm listening to this song there. I call it Gom Gom Gom. I can't pronounce the name, but it's a very nice song, very calming, very soothing. It touches your soul, it touches your spirit. It just calms you, just puts you in a very serene mindset. It allows you to focus and to ground and to hear all these energies and what these people have to say. Married couples here that are on the rocks. What can they anticipate this week? Hey, mhlawumbe uyazizwa nje phela. You shouldn't hear them with a 3D ear. Ungazizwa ngendlebe kamoya. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm only playing this. 2 more cards, please. 2 more shuffles. This is for my married. Ngathi izinto zinzima laphana, guys. Aphuma grudgingly. I'm feeling there could be some grudges here. Long-standing grudges that have not been resolved. Alright, now I'm reading here for the collective that is married and the relationship is on the rocks. Always complex energies with married people. And it doesn't get more complex than this. It's giving the energetic confluence here that whoever you're with currently here, collective, there's a very deep-seated place, a very special place that you have for this person here in your heart. I see you still seeing the ability to have happiness and some joy with this person, being able to stretch yourself to experience some playfulness, enjoying each other, and there's this yearning between the two of you that, you know, you wish things could go back to where it was like the honeymoon phase, or where things were a little bit more cordial, where you had that excitement. There's almost this yearning that is very deep-seated. It's almost like a silent echo here that is not being heard. It's almost saying here, Koko, you know, asifuna izinto eziningi, siyawubona umshado into enjani, besingawazi kahle kahle ukuthi umshado into enje, where some things that used to excite you as a couple almost die off, and it's almost living in that living in that void during this period at least. Alright, I don't see you being in this energetic confluence all the time, but I see you almost being very nostalgic, and your your mind visiting those places there. And your mind is visiting these places during this period in time because it's almost giving here that for some of you the writing is on the wall. All right, and in the middle of this reading, I see a lot of heartache. All right, both of you have deeply hurt each other during this period of your marriage. There's a lot of deep sadness here that hasn't been addressed. There's also this air for some of you feeling lost. You know, you're almost looking at this person and thinking, who did I get married to? Or where did the person that I got married to go to? Have we changed so much or grown so apart here that we don't even recognize each other anymore? Because some of you have definitely outgrown each other quite drastically here between the two of you. All right, so there is this energetic confluence where one or the both of you are still present in this relationship but are actively grieving the relationship and making your way out. Right, and some of you have already broken up, and your reasons were that, you know, you feel that your partner had become very narcissistic over a period of time. I see them, instead of love bombing, I see them withdrawing love away from you, almost exercising a lot of silent treatment. You don't know what's happening with this particular person. They're distant, they're moody, they're self-absorbed, they're quick to anger, and they always see things their side. You know, I'm almost seeing you feeling like a victim in your own relationship here. Ooh, crazy stuff. All right. Now, I also see that there is... I'm getting two energies here, and this is not for everybody here. For some of you here, you're on the energetic confluence of saying, you know what, I love this person unconditionally. If this is what fate has put in front of me, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to exercise some fairness and love, and I'm hoping that I'll receive this affection back in return. For some of you, there's a third party here, all right? And if one of you has a third party, I see that you both have a third party because you guys are deeply mirroring each other here during this period in time. And there could be something that is simmering underneath here. But if there is a third party here, there will be clarity and truth, revelation, all right? That person will come to light eventually. Whatever happens in the dark will come to light. For some of you, it will be for this week, all right? But this will ultimately shape your overall determination in terms of you staying or going in this particular relationship here. All right. Whew, heavy energies there. Heavy energies there. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. Togoza mutso. Togoza ndo. What's happening here this week here for my married couples here? All right. Yo, Gogo, after 21 years of marriage. After 21 years of marriage, imagine Queen B. Yeah, but for some of you, it's coming to an end after 21 years. 2 more shuffles. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hey, letting share. It seems like it's going to be a short read. Overall energy here, the World card in reverse. All these cards in reverse. It's giving... This cycle should have come to an end a long time ago. But we're here now. I think all my cards will be in reverse. So I'm just going to flip them over so that they are the right way around. Reversals usually mean it's either a perpetually aggravated situation or delays. Alright, so let's see what's the first card. First card, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, for some of you, I do see you here trying to reconcile, trying to find a middle ground here between you and your divine other. You've introduced some counselors here. You've introduced, the people that you really trust here in your relationship here. Ngibona bomalume, ngibona abantu abadala, ogogo, abanye omkhulu, omama, obhuti, osisi, abangani, almost coming in to mediate here, to try and find common ground between the two of you, to try and make things work here. Yeah, there's a sense of urgency right now in your situation that's almost pressing you to make a decision here, with this Chariot being present here. And with this Knight of Cups, especially for those that do have a third party situation, where you may be feeling there's a lot of security with third party here at this present moment in time. Let's see what's happening above and below. Yeah, but for some of you, it's been more than 7 years. Definitely for those who've been in a relationship more than 7 years. And for some of you, you've come to the point where you're taking stock of the relationship and you're seeing that, there hasn't been so much growth between the two of you here. We do have here the 7 of Pentacles here that is present here, where you're looking here at Have my seeds rendered the yield that you were looking to have? If we look at all these fields here at the back here, they're empty and barren here, and all these seeds should have spread out during this period of 7 years, and you're looking at how far you've come, all the work you've invested in this particular relationship, and you're not certain if this is worthwhile. I'm hearing, is the juice worth the squeeze? Was me spending my time here any longer going to be beneficial to me, or is it going to be detrimental? Given the energetic confluence as well of I'm not even seeing love here being present here in the actual relationship. I'm seeing an end and closure to a cycle here. Above here we've got the Emperor here. It's almost giving written in stone. The Emperor is giving the energetic confluence of written in stone. It's almost saying this is the path. In the 3D, I do see here an opportunity here for reconciliation if the two of you are not speaking at the present moment, or we're not successful here in this mediation process here to make things work again. So there has been a bit of a fight. There has been a bit of a separation here. It's not giving divorce, but this World card here is giving a completion of a cycle here. There is some form of understanding here between you and your divine counterpart that, what you've been working at, it's not yielding the same yield as what it was before. Spirit's advice here as well is to have the 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands in a married couple here. The 7 of Wands speaks about putting up boundaries, blocking a person, creating distance. 7 of Wands here in a married couple. It's giving here that you guys have got very complex problems here, and not to give advice loosely as to saying block this particular person. I see here that you guys have violated each other's boundaries here. I see here there's a lack of respect. There's a lack of almost honoring the other. There's been so many things that have not been addressed, that have just been left. It's giving familiarity has built a lot of contempt between the two of you over the years here. And it's almost staggering the imminent success that you guys should be sharing between the two of you. I do see a lot of ego here. I do see a lot of the one feeling that they're giving more than the other. I do see here some hostility. I do see a lot of anger. I do see here a lot of competition and strife. I do see here two people here that are willing to go at loggerheads, and it's almost like this is, for some of you, this has been the new love language, is that the only thing that you can do successfully is possibly fight. And it's almost become a toxic trait of how you guys are able to just spend time with each other is through fighting. Oh God, that is sad. Alright, Togoza Quinty Atai Koko, me I'm done, I'm thanks. External influences. External influences. For some of you, there could be a toxic mother that was here in this particular relationship. Quite a very common dynamic. The Empress does represent a divine feminine energetic confluence. It could be of seniority. Absolutely could be a mother. This could be an older sister here. But there is no gender in tarot as well. It could be a divine feminine male. That could also have been a problem here in this particular relationship. So take the bits that resonate and leave the bits that don't. Hey, P guys indeed. Yeah, we've got this mother here that is coming across as somebody here that's got a lot of control. Alright, exerting control all over the place here. Coming across as iqanda, lo mama zala lo ozibona iqanda. They always want you to make the tea. They always want you to do the chores, even irrational chores here that don't make any sense here. I'm almost seeing it as somewhat of a cultural indicator. They're communicating something with these chores here. There are a bit of irrational requests here as well as you see them. All right, hopes and fears. Yeah, you guys, this long-standing love between the two of you, there's still this respect that you do still have for the two of you, common decency and the understanding, deep-rooted understanding of your partner, of what will be the outcomes of your actions if you want to walk away. At this point in time, the Divine Feminine has clearly stated here that, you know what, Coco, I've had enough, right? My heart has been broken, it has been pierced, I'm at my wit's end. With that Three of Swords, there's definitely has been infidelity here. There has been a third party. For some of you, things have become out of hand here. Have become out of hand. I do see some GBV also happening here. And you're saying, that enough is enough here. Enough is enough. You're acknowledging here that this was your emperor to your empress, all right? This was a divine union between the two of you, all right? This was a spiritual connection here, but for whatever reason here, it's turned into something that is no longer conducive, something here that no longer produces any good results. If anything, it's producing more karma, so it's becoming a karmic relationship here. So I see one of you being very much in the ego. I do see here that the divine masculine with the emperor there, they're of the energetic confluence of my word is final, I am the king, my way, it's my way or the highway. I've made a decision and you will succumb to that decision here. For some of you, they control power here. I do see them being very well off, or being the breadwinner in the house here. They control the finances here. And they're very arrogant here. They come across here as they're not willing to listen to you, is what I'm hearing. Final outcome, it's a decision here. A decision has to be made here with this Two of Wands here. For the collective here that are married overall. Okay. What is Spirit's advice? Spirit's advice is, hey, there are so many moving pieces. Each case is going to be different. So it cannot be the same blanket advice as those that are not committed or aren't in serious relationships and don't have shared responsibilities and codependencies here. So you're going to have to utilize your intuition and see what works best for you. Blanket advice overall, good evening there to Kenneth. Overall is, what is the relationship? How are you feeling about the relationship? Evening there, Star of the Sea. And if you're feeling good about the relationship and optimistic, work with it, all right? And fight till the very end. But be mindful, there is a third party here. Be mindful that this particular person that you're dealing with has changed quite a lot. Be mindful as well that you've outgrown this person here during this juncture here, Mdomdala. And if you choose to stay, it means that you're then willing to pick up the pieces, however those pieces land, all right? For some of you, you're saying to me, hey, Coco, I'm struggling with this narcissistic energy that this person has become. Do you think this person is going to change? Not at all. Coco, do you think that this person is able to experience it's going to take some work. All right, will this person stop being self-absorbed and narcissistic and one-sided? It's going to take some time. All right, as long as you guys are able to meet each other in the middle. Maggie, that's why it's an individual's thing. You're going to have to use your own discernment. Your people. All right, for some of them, they are not willing. That is why they're standing here in this position of power and saying it's my way or the highway. I mean, it's my way or the highway. You know. Thokoza yoyo solo lale kahle mntomdala. Alright. Hey, Kinelo says he wants me to suffer with the kids. Yeah, no, they'll use control as in and how they feel they need to here. Bantabadala. I do see this is somebody here who has no problem yielding their control or exercising their position of power against you here. I also see here somebody here who doesn't have time for you. They don't have time of day. It's giving the energetic confidence when you guys need to talk. This is somebody here who's always got somewhere to go. You know, busy. Busy labantu laba. Busy. Could drive a lot. Something about a car here. Some of you could have bought a new car. All right. No, not today, Kenneth. Not today. Today I was doing collective readings for singles, those in relationships, and those that are married here. Overall advice here, collective here for the married people, played by the ear. I don't know what this point is called here in your life's journey here. All right. But there's a lot of distance between yourself and your divine counterpart. Yeah, exactly, Mutso. You know, there's the distance that I'm talking about. You know, you guys have grown. There's been a lot that has happened between the two of you. You know, overall story I'm getting here, for some of you, it could have been the introduction of a third party. For some of you, somebody here that doesn't keep their promises, and you know, they just keep you waiting. For some of you, there's just too much. It's just the growth is not at the speed that you anticipated to be. For some of you here, things are moving a little bit too quickly, or you are feeling that, you know, you don't have a voice in this relationship. For some of you, you may have felt here that, you know, it could have been better to be with someone else. So you're possibly distracted by somebody else. For some of you, it's your friends, your families, external factors. For some of you here, there was lack of boundaries here. Familiarity definitely built contempt between the two of you here. It's giving that there's no mutual respect. You guys just speak to each other anyway, how, you know. But I see you guys also coming to the point where you're kuzana from time to time. But the Empress is on the way out here, you know, as well as the Emperor. You know, the Empress and the Emperor are close to the world. There's almost this silently shared outcome here, or desired outcome between the two of you, that this needs to come to an end. But there's still a lot of love here that is being acknowledged here, that there's still a lot of love that's here on the table. No matter how messy the situation has been created by the two of you, there's still some willingness to fight here. All right, so take the reading and take the bits that resonate with you here, collective. Leave the bits that don't. All right, with that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for your likes and your shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys have been absolutely amazing. You guys remain an integral part in the universe. Your gifts are very important, guys. Your spirit guides would like you to pay, you know, give concerted attention to your gifts, to try evolve, to try utilize and to understand them. All right. It would seem I received the first, you know, confirmation here from abantu abadala ukuthi imvula lezi abantu abadala bebafuna ukusebenza ngazo ke sezihambile ke indlondo. All right, imvula abayidonse isikhathi eside this time around, and it seems as if these new cycles manje ke are going to start officially now. All right, there's been a lot of delays, there's been a lot of stop starts, and things seemingly are going to start to receive some form of momentum. I'm hearing forward momentum moving forward, especially those who have been stagnant, being single, good drive, isolated, imali beta, no opportunities showing themselves. Things are about to change quite drastically here. With that being said, the universe wants to remind you that they love you a lot, as I love you, and appreciate all of you here, collective. I appreciate all of your likes, your shares, your follows, and your gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. For those that would like to have a private reading, please send me a message in the inbox and I'll respond with the different tiers that are available here. And with that being said, guys, love and light. If you've got any problems or a solution, Togoza bonke, Togoza tulile, absolutely, Togoza mapet, mamqwathi. Yeah, kuzokhanya abantu abadala, kuzokhanya indlondlo. Togoza enji, zamo buhle, star of the sea, Togoza mutso, Togoza kolega, Togoza thando kuhle. Thank you so much. Nomusa, next time, umuntu omdala. Togoza mutso, Togoza nomusa. Interesting. A lot is going to change, collective. A lot is going to change, right? Hi there, Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Togoza thando kuhle. Thank you once again, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Togoza mahlobose. I absolutely love it. Not taking any questions at the moment, Pisces. Let there be a shift next time. Which shift, my pet? Which shift, my pet? Alright. Amazing. Alright. With that being said, collective, thank you so much, everybody. Love and light. Let us meet again on this floating rock, whenever spirit allows. Once again, thank you so much, Maggie. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. For those that would like to have a private reading, guys, please send me a direct message and I will respond with the tiers that are available. And if this is where we part ways, thank you so much for your time, your attention. I truly appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Umfundisi sekavalelisile ke kathathu, usevalelise ngempela ke. Camakho. Thokoza bethu mahloni. All right. Oh.